Yo, what's poppin', everyone? How we doing? Welcome back to another episode of Building Jedha in LEGO episode 2. We got a decent amount of stuff done today. If you guys haven't checked out episode 1 or have no idea what I'm talking about, definitely go do that before you continue with today's video. Now, before we get started, over 60% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed for some odd reason. Please, for love of God, go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel to not only support what I'm doing here and to see more awesome content with the notifications on. Now, Building Jedha in LEGO is sponsored by Blaine's World LEGO, guys. Go check out his Bricklink store and Instagram down below in the descriptions. Blaine is gearing up for a huge May 24th 10-year anniversary sale. He'll be selling some crazy figures like the brand new Imperial Scout Trooper for only $5. This thing goes for like 15 or 20. Now, when that May 24th sale happens, Blaine will exclusively release all of his brand new deals on his Instagram, guys. So definitely go ahead and follow him on Instagram. Go check out his store and get yourself ready for that sale. Spent a good majority of my week, probably maybe 5 or 6 hours, building the arch. Now, we have a couple of things to talk about, which of course I'll get into in the video, but I did do all of this on a live stream, or most of it on a live stream, which was super fun. I did, of course, start off with some very simple stuff, and we worked our way up towards building this arch in a couple of different ways. If you guys aren't watching those live streams, definitely go ahead, like I said, subscribe down below with the notifications on. That way you guys know as soon as I post. I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who did donate and contribute on that live stream. That was by far the most successful live stream I've ever had in my entire life. Over 200 people at a certain point, and we averaged, honestly, about 190 concurrent viewers at a time, which was amazing. So thank you guys so much. I'll be returning this week again on probably Friday again with another Building Jedha in LEGO live stream. I'll be explaining a lot of important stuff in today's video, so let's just honestly go ahead and get started. Hey, it's me. It's voiceover Matt. How you doing? I forgot to film some audio for this part, but I did have packages. I actually ordered these quite a while ago, so I guess I did spend some money on Jedha, but it was only like 50 bucks in parts that I really needed. First off, we got some 1x2 dark tan masonry, very important. I have 0 of these. I think you got like maybe 50 or 100 right there. We have some 1x2 plates in dark orange, which are going to be nice for texturing both the arches and the buildings. When we get to those parts later in the mock. I don't know why I ordered this. This was stupid. I have a whole bunch of those from Kessel, so that's not a good business decision. We got some 1x1 tan brick. I don't have these. I have practically every single other type of brick in tan, but not that one. Next thing here, we got some inverted slopes for the arch, which you guys will be seeing today, worked on, which is really, really important. Things I don't have. Last one here, we just have a couple bags with arch pieces and some dark red plates. So all in all, lots of good stuff that we'll be using later in the series. Yeah. Like the video. And subscribe. Cool. Bye. Alrighty, so taking a little bit of a look here at the mock, you can see the majority of the stuff we got done this week is this larger arch. First off, I think we're running into issues, so I did actually decide I want to include an ATST. All the donations you guys have generously contributed will be going towards that, and we're going to have it right here. So first things first, we need to obviously expand this back section more, and then we also have to push this a little back. So I'm thinking we're going to be getting rid of this second house right there for the time being, expanding the mock that way, and a little bit more this way, so essentially just widening the entire base, because if you imagine, we're going to have the ATST, peering through this area right over here, and then we're going to have a whole bunch of like activities going on in the main road in this middle section of the project, and then we still want to have 2 buildings. So I'm thinking we're going to be moving this thing back a little bit and then having one giant building that's connected, and it's going to be on different angles. So that's what I'm thinking about generally. I know I was saying that this mock was going to be small, but as I was working on this arch, I noticed like this thing is massive. This arch is it's pretty big, all things considering, for a smaller mock that I've been wanting to do. So first off, before we get into the arch, I wanted to say what I'm generally thinking so far of the project. And it looks like we're going to be expanding it quite a bit in the next week or two. So let me know down below what you guys think. Should I just maybe keep it the size, only have the arch here and then just one house, or should I go bigger? I'm not entirely too sure yet, but it looks like from the looks of it and the things that I've planned, we're going to be increasing the size of it quite drastically. But now let's get into the bulk of what we got done this week. And like I said, I did a lot of this on a live stream, which was fun. The idea behind this arch is it's one of the iconic things for me. When I think of Jedha, I feel like I think of that arch with the ATST, you know, shooting at Saw Gerrera's rebels in that movie. So that was a really cool scene, but obviously I haven't done something like this. I've never textured something with earth tones before. I've done Kessel, but it was really only a couple of colors. So this was a pretty unique opportunity for me to start playing around with different techniques, and obviously I wanted to make the entire thing tan with the dark tan floor. I think having tan buildings and structures will contrast really nicely, but I wanted to show it weathering. So I did include a lot of plates essentially. You can see here the entire side right here is essentially just big slopes. These are a lot of mountain slopes. They're 2x1x3, I think it is, or whatever, however you want to say it. And on the other side we have vice versa. It's just the same exact thing. We have the normal slopes, some bricks, and then some more inverted slopes to create that arch sort of shape that we're going to be going with. But one of the big things for me was making sure that the arch looked weathered, that it looked textured, and this is my first time doing anything along the lines, and I think I did a pretty decent job. Of course, there are some areas which might look a little weird, I guess, if you want to say, but I wanted to include essentially two colors, definitely, a lot of dark tan. And then you guys can see we also have some hits of dark orange, and I think that actually blends in really well. I've also used a lot of masonry brick, both in dark tan and regular tan, both on both sides, essentially, making it, you know, look pretty cool. There are some snot bricks. I don't unfortunately have any headlight bricks in tan or dark tan, which is a pretty big shame. And you can see I've also added some light bluish gray in some areas, just to give it a little bit more of like a man-made feel. And the other side is a little bit less detailed. I didn't spend too much time on this side because why would I? I don't really need to. You know, you're going to be seeing the mock from this angle, so obviously I want to have a lot of the detail be over here. So not too much stuff going on this side, just a lot of dark tan, a lot of holes in the side to give it some nice textures. But I am actually really happy with the way this came out, and considering I did this on a live stream, I'm actually pretty proud of myself. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna give myself a nice little pat on the back. One of the important things with nailing this arch was obviously getting the height. If we're gonna have an ATST in here, it was difficult to get an estimate as to how high it would be. Obviously I don't have the ATST built, so I went roughly about 25 studs high. I think that's more than plenty, especially for the ATST that I'm going with. So we should have plenty of room, but you guys can notice there's not much space on this side, so we're gonna have to work on pushing the floor back a little bit, and then hopefully next week we can recreate the other side of the arch and have that done, and then be moving on to the buildings and other things like that. But that is what we got done this week. Pretty cool. The arch definitely makes me think I want to go bigger with the mock overall. I still do plan on including at least one like giant building, but you guys can see here with the current setup that only like this amount of space where the ATST could walk through, so I think we're gonna have to push that stuff back. But all in all, first time doing something like this with a structure, and I'm really happy and content. Let me know what you guys think of the colors. I actually did have an idea for some of the side textures that we can do while I was just sort of sorting my stuff. So here we have some 1x4 regular tan snot brick. I've actually put on some dark tan cheese slopes, and if we can have this design going like across the entire thing, I think that would just look super cool. So there's a lot of cool things I really do want to do with this platform. Of course, we'll have a walkway up top with some rebels, or maybe even some stormtroopers and snipers, maybe even the scout trooper right there just peering up at the top. But there's a lot of things I want to do with this arch. But I think for episode 2 we are off to a really good start. I'm looking good on parts 2, so we should be able to replicate this entire thing next week. But let's go ahead and head to the outro of today's video. So Building Jedha in LEGO episode 2 comes to an end, guys. Let me know what you're thinking of the arch. This is the most time I've ever spent on a particular part of any single mock. I'm not used to spending this much time, this much detail into a specific part of it, but I think the arch looks great. Like I said in the video, I like the weathering, I like the dark orange and the dark tan mixed in with the tan. It gives it that really cool Jedha feel and vibe. So let me know what you guys think of that down below in the comments. As far as next videos go and next progress, like I said, stay tuned for this week's live stream. We'll probably work on expanding the mock back, like I said, and then doing the other side of the arch, hopefully having a complete arch by next week. I am strongly considering making Jedha a lot bigger than it actually is right now. I do want to actually double it in size. I'm trying to just do something smaller for once, but I find myself wanting to go big. I want to include an ATST and a hover tank and all this cool stuff. So I don't know what I'm doing just yet. I think I'll wait for a couple more weeks. Like I said, I'm still trying to do it only with parts I have on hand, and then whatever donations you guys do contribute on the live streams. For those of you donating and watching these videos, like, you are carrying this series like you have no idea. So thank you all so much for your support. I still have a couple of big decisions to make, whether or not I want to expand the mock or just keep it the size it is. A lot of things to figure out, but I'm still having a super fun time building this creation. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Of course, drop a like down below, and like I said, guys, 60% of you aren't subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys want to go ahead and see some more content like this. And with that being said, I'll see you later. Take it easy. Peace.